Hi everyone, I thought I'd give you a quick taster of my upcoming copywriting workshop for business owners. Although I designed it for business owners, it's also ideal for marketing professionals and also charity sector professionals who find themselves writing lots of copy but aren't necessarily copywriters. There are so many modules in this workshop. To find out what those are, you can have a look at my website, inkhouse.org.uk/workshops. But I thought I'd choose one that was quite practical that you can actually put into practice today. And this is the copywriting principle that you should avoid using modal verbs. So modal verbs are words like must, shall, will, should, would, can, could, may, and might. And that's because modal verbs express uncertainty. And when you're talking about your product or your service, you do not want to express uncertainty in any way, shape, or form. Because when you express any kind of uncertainty, your audience will feel it as well. And it takes away your authority. It makes you sound weak, okay? So gonna go to the next page. Let me give you this example. Let's say I am a web developer. So I write on my website, we will create an attractive and responsive website. Sounds fine, right? We will create an attractive and responsive website. And most people look at the word will, and this always causes confusion. Will seems to suggest certainty, right? We will, for certain. Well, actually, the word will, it creates a bit of a disconnect between what you say you do and when it'll happen. So it makes it difficult for the audience to really imagine what you're able to do for them, because you've made it something that's in the distant future. Whereas if we change the sentence, we will create an attractive and responsive website, to we create attractive and responsive websites. When you take away that word will, you've moved the sentence from talking about the future to the present. So your customer or your audience automatically feels like this isn't something that's going to be done in the future that is difficult for me to grasp. No, it's something that's done right now. If we compare those two, we will create an attractive and responsive website. We create attractive and responsive websites. The second one sounds so much stronger. It's talking about what you're going to do right now in the present, and it allows the audience to understand what you do, to relate that to what you're going to do for them, rather than talking about something that that's happening in the future. It's too distant. You've created this disconnect that you didn't even mean to create, and you don't want that. You want your audience to be able to understand instantly how their life is going to change through the use of your product or service today, okay? So if you do have any modal verbs across your website, your emails, especially when you're talking about what you'll deliver, the promises that you're making, you want to remove those modal verbs. So just to give you a reminder, some of the other ones are must, shall, will, should, would, can, could, may, and might. Yesterday, I was on a marriage coaching website for a client that I'm working with, and this coach had actually said, if you're struggling with anxiety, I may be able to help. So instantly, you've lost me at the word may. I don't want someone who may be able to help. I want someone who is going to help. So you just have to use words that, indicate how confident you are about your products and service, so that you can instill that same confidence in your audience. So other words to avoid include words like aim, hope, and try, because it's like, we're aiming, we're trying, we failed, right? Everyone loves a trier, but when you're paying for a service or a product, you want it to fulfill its promise, right? So if you're a charity, for example, you do not want to write something like, we aim to make the world a better place. We aim sounds like you're still trying. It's so much stronger. You're instilling so much more confidence in your audience when you're confident about what you do and the impact that you make. So change that word aim to just remove it. We make the world a better place. Things like I hope. So if I were to say to one of my clients, work with me, I hope to create great copy that attracts your ideal audience. Yeah, I hope is not going to get me that client. They're not going to pay for someone who hopes they're going to do a great job. So I need to remove the word hope. And I need to write, I create great copy that attracts your ideal audience. As soon as I am strong and confident in my wording, I'm going to make the audience feel exactly the same way. So I hope that's given you an idea of what's to come in my workshop. That's just one little module. And the great thing about this workshop is that it's really practical, and I use examples throughout, so you can always apply the principles and the things that I'm teaching to the real world and look at it in use from big companies like Apple and Facebook. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you would like more information about my copywriting workshop, head over to www.inkhouse.org.uk/workshops, and I will put that link in the comments. Thanks, bye.